No, if you look in my car, I've got a GPS, and you'll understand why I'm going to say that in a second. I'm from Philadelphia, so any of you who know how you can get onto either the 76 or Route 1 at the same area down in Ballackinwood, you know the Crown Plaza that's there now? It used to be a Holiday Inn. When I was first starting my job at West Catholic High School, it was a Holiday Inn, and I needed to find a way to get back from after we had voted for our contract, get back to the high school, which is only really 10 minutes away from this hotel. I had no idea what the heck I was doing. I had never really driven in the city in my life, and I was known as not being the city girl with everybody that I work with. So I ended up being an hour and a half late for my first meeting with everybody else. And everybody went, well, does Nicole know her way? I find out later, they're all laughing, does Nicole know her way to get back to the school? And people went, no, she was supposed to follow a teacher back. Yeah, I lost that teacher within 2 seconds of trying to get out of the parking lot. I actually felt better when I found out he got lost, apparently, as well, getting back to the school. And my first thought was, I hope he hadn't gotten lost because he was trying to find me. Because I somehow found myself up in Wissahickon, and probably drove several other drivers crazy because I'm trying to figure out what lane I'm supposed to be in so I can turn myself back around and get back to the hotel and get back to roads that I actually know so that I can get myself back to work. An hour and a half that I wish I had back because as I said, the running joke with the other staff members was I was not a city girl. I didn't know how to get around. Now I do, thank God. It was just funny because I now use that road almost every other day trying to come home. And I did for a while because I used to work at a Huntington Learning Center that wasn't that far away from the hotel. So I ended up learning very quickly how fast you can get from West Catholic over to Route 1 so that I could get home that way. Girard Avenue was a new thing for me, so those of you who understand Philly, I'm glad you're laughing because it really is confusing. And I will also say that trying to get onto 76 or trying to get off of 76 is not easy to do in any shape of the word, especially when you're about to head somewhere where you've never been before. And when people heard I made it up to Wissahickon, they were like, what did you do? I said, I don't know. I just found the next exit and I got off and then tried to get back on. And they were like, you're crazy, but thank God you made it. I was like, well, I had given several of you my cell phone number, so why it took you an hour and a half to realize I wasn't there yet, I don't know. Somebody could have called. I will also say this was at a time where if you are familiar with any of the, I probably shouldn't say this, but I'll say it anyway. At the time, the teachers at Archbishop Wood were known as being a little crazy, because even though we said we were accepting the contract, all those teachers went, we're going to go back and we're going to go and strike in front of our school anyway. Unfortunately, they got to the reporters first who were waiting outside. So I was also spending half of my time trying to tell my mother that yes, we had voted for the contract, I was going into work. And she was like, no, you're not going into work. I said, who did you see on TV? Did you see an actual teacher, or did you see someone from our executive board? And she went, I saw a teacher. I said, what school? Archbishop Wood. I said, Mom, I've barely been in this union a few hours, and I've already learned that these guys are crazy. So you don't listen to Archbishop Wood teachers when it's something like this. So that is my story. Okay.